Welcome back to Wood Sports Gaming. We continue our Chicago Bears rebuild. The Bears entered their new stadium 1 and after a big win on the road in Week 1. The Bears had struggles with the passing game, but DeAndre Swift was great on the ground, rushing for 177 yards and a touchdown. The Bears ticked off New York 3 times in the victory. Now the Bears are at home against divisional rival the Detroit Lions. The Lions look to be the early season favorite to win the division. Can the Bears upset the Lions in their first game at Trump Stadium? Let's find out now, so make sure you hit the like and subscribe to our channel. With Sports Gaming, we bring you the best in sports gaming content from Madden, FC, MLB The Show, NHL, WWE 2K, and NBA 2K. Our content is designed to educate, review, and entertain. Please note, all game footage is used under fair use for educational and commentary purposes. We don't claim ownership of any game content. Full rights belong to the respective publishers like AL Sports, San Diego Studio, and 2K Games. Our channel features gameplay, reviews, and commentary on top sports games like Madden, FC, MLB The Show, NHL, WWE 2K, and NBA 2K. Our goal is to provide engaging and informative content for sports and gaming fans alike. All gameplay footage and content on Wood Sports Gaming are used under fair use guidelines. In accordance with Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act, our content is used for educational, review, and commentary disclaimer to inform and entertain viewers. While we feature gameplay from games produced by AL Sports, San Diego Studio, and 2K Games, we do not claim ownership of any of the material used. All rights are reserved by the respective game publishers. For any inquiries or concerns, please contact us at the Woods Truth Network at gmail.com.
Bears team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Right to the air, here is Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 33 yards that time.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you've got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Back to throw, Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Give him 18 on the play. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his 2nd start in the NFL.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
This early game, it's all about...
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff.
And he is caught.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Montgomery.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Once more Montgomery. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Touchdown!
James Mitchell.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left.
That one caught by Allen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
A good throw there, and this is a feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Matt Eberflus is going to take a risk here on 4th down. He is going to go for it.
On the give, this is their fullback.
And he is going to have the Bears first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback, just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Back to the running game with Swift.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bears have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
2nd down and 3.
Goff now looks to throw. He's got it to Williams. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now
after the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. But Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
McPherson on for the point after.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they say he went out of bounds, came back in, then touched the football.
Can't be the first guy to touch it when you come back in bounds. That's why the penalty goes against them. Have to know where you are on the field.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play, eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium, and they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with 3 touchdown passes. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Once again, it's Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Goff.
He's got this. Complete to Williams. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Now back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
3rd down and 13.
They'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears get a bit closer.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Dean Lowry, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Goff. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 1.
They'll look to throw here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. The quick slant caught, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On 2nd down, here's Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 13.
He'll throw from the gun.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's complete to Laporta.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing again is Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Gibbs straight ahead. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Goff now to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back to throw again. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by Cole Komet with a touchdown catch. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.